All right, Christoph here. Here's an idea for a Bitcoin design card game. And it's based on this game here called Spaceteam, which, as you see, is not a card game, but a small app. Very simple app, indie game, but really fun. You just kind of shout at each other the whole time. It just takes a few minutes to play. It's super collaborative. And they also created a card game based on this. And I kind of think that this would also lend itself well to a Bitcoin design community game. I know these games can be kind of cheesy and lame, and maybe ours will be too, but maybe not. So we'll just see. So anyways, here's the idea. And please let me know what you think. So this is all about quick problem solving. So the scenario is that all the different players, let's say you're 3 players in this scenario, you are working together on a Bitcoin project. And you constantly face different problems. And so every player in front of them has a stack with red problem cards. And each of you has 4 tool cards in their hand. So if you're player 1, you're dealing with confused users. And your goal now is to very quickly find a solution to fix this problem card. In this case, you need to get the card with these little people here that looks like this, and you need the research repository card. This card, which I'll say here, is the user interview card. You already have the user interviews card, so you have this tool to fix this problem, but you don't have the research repository card. Player 3 has that one. So you just kind of have to yell out now to the group, like, hey, who has the research? I need research repository. And then it's up to player 3 to listen to the other players and also to give you that card. But the player 3 also, let's see what they have. They need to fix their requests for user data. So what they need to do is say no and then point to their design principles. So they already have the stop, the no card, but they don't have the design principles card, which they need from get player 2. And player 2 is dealing with a patchwork interface, so they need to do, what is it here? They need to do user interviews. Actually, this should be design sprints. And it looks like I didn't fix this properly. There needs to be they need the design system card here. So you can tell, everyone's trying to quickly solve their problems. Everyone needs something from the other person. So you as a player, you need to listen what the other people need from you, see if you have it, and then trade with them. They need to give you another card in return, so you always have 4 cards. And you also need to fix your own stuff at the same time. And that turns it into a very hectic game. You can set a limit to this for like just 5 minutes or so. And at the same time, sometimes you get malfunction or special event cards. So let's say all of a sudden you get a super contributor that allows you to skip 2 problem cards. Or you're deplatformed and you need to take a break for 10 seconds to set up new GitHub or something. Or you have agile development. This is a lame one. I couldn't come up with good examples for this. And you need to switch your cards with a person on the left or so. So they can kind of throw off the rhythm in addition. Sometimes you also find these goal cards. And when you have reached all of these goals, or whatever we call it, then you've won the game. So either the time ticks out, or you win all the cards, you find all the cards as a team, and then you've won. So if, let's say, player 2, they fix the patchwork interface, then they find a goal card, they just kind of throw it out in the center of the table. Once all 6 cards are there, you've won. You've successfully completed your Bitcoin design project. And this would be stuff like, your project is sustainable, it has a nice community, you have good users, you have great design, and you have great tech, something like that. So it's a very simple game. It's quick, it's hectic, easy to understand. You're required to kind of rely on each other. And I don't know, we can kind of have fun with baking all kinds of stuff in here. It's all about matching these problems and solutions. So we would have to come up with a whole bunch of problems, like, let's say there's new tech maturing, Bolt 12 and whatever. So what are we going to do? We're going to set up a campaign site, and then we're going to work with projects to implement this stuff. Or we have a feature request. Well, we need a roadmap and we need milestones. So you can bake all kinds of design things in about branding exercises or research or all kinds of things. Ideally, even stuff like the UI kit could come in here, or a research kit, or all kinds of other stuff we've done. It could be really unique based on the community, but it could also be fun. Maybe there's some media FUD or bear market or whatever stuff comes in. And that could be a quick way to expose people, start conversations, and highlight some of those connections that happen between all of those different things. Bit of a conversation starter. And that's kind of it. So I don't know if this game would actually be fun or interesting. Kind of depends on what we make of it, but this would be the basic idea. And now I'm curious to hear what you think. So let me know. Thanks.